I'm doing my Ipsy unboxing and it just turns out that I don't have an eyeshadow palette in there, which freaking sucks. I got so used to seeing eyeshadow palettes be featured in the Ipsy subscription that when I didn't get one, I was like, what is going on? But it's okay. Temu to the rescue. Remember the naked palette that I hauled off of Temu? It's supposed to be an Urban Decay dupe for their naked smoke palette. I figured this is the best opportunity to film try on of this palette, see whether or not it's any good. I don't know if it's gonna be, but we're gonna find out. It's swatched pretty well though. So if you haven't seen the Ipsy unboxing, I highly recommend you go check it out. And no, the rest of the products from that unboxing are not on my face, but you know, I have to work on the eyes. It's just the way that like my brain works. So I'm stopping filming that so that I can film this, create an eye look, and then I'll go back to the Ipsy thing. Again, it's how my brain works. You know, I'm sorry. But this is the palette. It sells out on Temu every single freaking time. It's one of those things, like I've been wanting to get it for like good 2 months at this point. I finally got it along with the other one that's a dupe for the Naked Heat. So we're gonna go ahead and give, oh, the brush won't come out. Lord Jesus. Okay. Oh God. Oh. I am such a train wreck. We're gonna give it a try. Here is the dual-ended brush. It comes with this palette retailed, I wanna say it was like $8 on Temu. And if you download the app, you'll get discounts. If you use my links from that haul video and all of that, then you'll get like discounts as well, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna go ahead and prep the lid. I wanna go kind of smoky. I'm all like, it's raining out. It's like raining on and off. We're entering hurricane season, so I think I wanna go pretty smoky. Here we have our medium. I've used it up so much that I'm starting to see the bottom of the pot, which is kind of exciting, but also makes me nervous because, you know, I don't wanna run low, so now I have to get a backup of this one because my backup, I gave it away. We're gonna go ahead and blendy really quickly. I'm going in with medium because it just makes sense. Medium is not all that dark and it's a great shade to kind of smoke an eye look with. I'm trying a new foundation. It's a drugstore foundation. It's the L'Oreal one. It was sent in PR, so I got really excited, but I feel like the shade is slightly dark. So this, all this here, I look like I have bronzer on, but I don't. That is the foundation itself. So I might have to give it to my mother-in-law, which is okay, it's cool. But at least I don't have to snag that one when I go buy my replacement. So let's go ahead and blend all of this and get the eye ready for the eyeshadow palette. I'm grabbing a small fluffy brush. I want to dip into this taupey purple shade. It's kind of like, I want to be purple, but I want to be gray. I'm somewhere in between. I'm going to make sure I tap out. And I'm going to apply that here on the crease. I kind of want to deepen it. I want to give it a little something. I don't want to blow it out too much. I don't know how these formulas are going to perform, so we kind of have to be very careful in the beginning, just so that we can test the waters and see what we're working with. All right, I mean, it's pigmented for sure. I'm glad I tapped out because a lot of product fell off of the brush when I tapped out. Now, I recently posted on Instagram a photo of a smoky eye with a product that I can't show you guys quite yet, and that one was a deeper smoky eye. But I know oftentimes people want a smoky eye that is not super deep and won't look really harsh on people's eyes, which is fine, especially if you have small eyes. When you have small eyes, you don't want to do a deep smoky eye because sometimes it's just gonna make your eyes look a lot smaller. So we're gonna smoke this out, but we're gonna do like a light smoke. And I know people are wondering, well, what do you mean? That's how I describe it. It's not the proper term, but that's okay. Once you see what I'm saying, you're gonna get it. It's gonna make sense. See, so now I'm gonna, like, I haven't dipped back in. We're just kind of rolling with the punches here. Just roll. If you hear droplets, yep, that's the rain, right? So we're like back and forth, diggy. I'm gonna go back in. I only dipped, I didn't swirl into the pan, and I'm gonna drag some of that very same shade on the bottom. And if you're interested in finding out who were the 3 winners of the giveaway, it was announced in that video, on the Ipsy video. I'll link it down below, check it out. Once I'm blending down here like that, right? And I'll kind of blend up because I want to give myself like a pulled up effect. So I'll just blend up versus out, up. Using the same brush, we're gonna dip into another shade. In this case, we're gonna go into the shade right beside it, which happens to be a really deep purple. It has some shimmers in it, but from what it looks like, I don't think the shimmers are there to stay. So I think we'll be all right with this. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna tap it. I wanna focus most of it here. See how you just kind of like keep tapping? It gets dark out here, but then once we start blending, it kind of diffuses. And then I'm going to gently bring forward That way you're getting a little hint of something up here on this area. I'm not gonna use the same brush for blending because it's gonna get really messy, so just bear with me. See how we have a little something here? Grabbing the brush and whatever product is there, I'm gonna pull out. And I'm just dragging. It was nice and clean. I didn't dip into the pan. I'm gonna pull out and up. It doesn't have to look perfect or pretty. Using the fluffy side of the brush, whatever's left, I'm gonna go ahead and drag down here. Now with another fluffy brush, this one is nice and clean. I'm gonna go ahead and diffuse. I'm gonna start off at the bottom because the brush is clean. If I start off at the top and I start kind of diffusing that and blending that out, it'll look amazing at the top, but then there's product on the brush and then you might make the under eye look messy and then you'll get raccoon eyes and we don't want that. So I'm grabbing the brush from all the way the back of the handle. That's a trick I've been telling you guys, I don't know, for years at this point, and I say it pretty often. If you hold it from the end of the handle, it's going to give you precision, but you're not going to be super harsh on application. So you're not bending like this. If you hold it here, you're going to bend like this, and as you're blending, you're not going to get a good blend. So you'll have enough pressure, but you won't have too much. It's just the right amount to get the proper blend. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of go like that. Do the same thing on the other eyeball. You could also use your finger. I feel like your fingers a lot of times are like one of the best tools. And then I'm gonna grab that and I'm gonna start off out here, diffuse back and forth. I'm not going into the crease. I'm going along the outer edge. With another eyeshadow brush, I'm going to dip into a lighter shade. I don't want something super deep. So I think I'm gonna go into this one. Still has a little bit of a purpley hue, but it's still light. And I'm gonna tap that onto the lid. And it adds a little bit of a shimmer to it too, which is actually really pretty. While I'm at it, I'm gonna flip that brush, which happens to have like a concealer brush underneath this, like a flat definer. I'm gonna dip into this very first shade. It's a Frosty Vanilla. Tap out, and I'm gonna go really close to the brow bone. Kind of emphasizes the brow a little bit, lifts it. And then I'll do the other side, and I have enough product so I haven't had to dip back into the pan. That's actually so pretty. I think I wanna pop some of that in here. And with that very same side of the brush, I'm gonna dip into this black. It has shimmers in it, but I think it'll be okay. I'm really gonna tap out because so far these are so pigmented and I need to be careful. I don't want to get any fallout on my skin. I'm not gonna bring it all the way in. I am just patting some of this out here. So about halfway on the eye to the end. And I'll diffuse it with my fingers. Now you can use a kohl liner, it works just as well. I'm gonna apply a black liner on my waterline. And then with a rounded pencil brush, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of smudge that. I'm not gonna bring it all the way down, but I don't want it to look super harsh and just like a flat line. So I will gently smudge that. When you smudge your eyeliner, it helps kind of pull together the smoky look. But of course, we're gonna go in with mascara and lashes, but I wanna do the lashes first. We're gonna go ahead and use Jean by the AOA Studio Shop Miss A, $7.55 for all of these lashes, and they're stunning. All right, now we're gonna wait for the lashes to kind of settle in so we can tuck them in, and then we can go in with mascara. Alrighty, let's apply our mascara. I'm gonna go with the Mellow Way mascara. I really like the wand on this because it's like you can shape shift it in a way. It's really cool. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give my own lashes a light coat because technically this is so smoky and the lashes are like fluttery, so I don't really need to like build up the mascara at the top. And the only reason why I'm actually applying mascara is so that I can kind of like blend my falsies with my realsies. And then we're gonna build the mascara on the bottom lashes. By the way, I poked myself on the eyeball, so it's getting red. So not cute. Alright guys, here are the eyes. I'm going to move forward, finish off the rest of the face using the Ipsy products. If you want to know exactly what I used, make sure you check out that video like I said, and I'll be right back. And here is the completed look once the rest of my face is on. I have bronzer, I have a blush, and I have highlight as well as a beautiful lip combo, which consisted of the Tres Luce Nude Lipstick that I got in Ipsy. It's so pretty, but here we go. Now let's get into my final thoughts on the palette and whether or not you should spend your $8 on it. First off, is it really a dupe? Yes. Is it worth your $8? Yes. This is what a light smoky eye would look like. It's smoky, it's seductive, it's sexy, but it's light. It's not deep and like, you know, like harsh. Anyone and everyone can wear it. It's gonna look amazing because of the hues. I use like purpley hues. It's gonna look amazing on hazel, green, and blue eyes. So if you have that eye color, you should totally try it. And honestly, the formulas of this palette completely impressed me. They are really good. Not they're not good. They're great dupes for the Naked Smoke palette by Urban Decay. I'm telling you, the shades are not 100 spot on, but they're probably like 1 or 2 little points away from being spot on. So that's a point. Also, they are so freaking pigmented. I had to make sure I tapped out, built it where I wanted it, and then blended out. If not, this would have been a most definite, like super deep smoky eye. It's a beautiful palette. I highly recommend, if you have it in your cart, snag it before it sells out, or look for it and then just check out with it. Like I promise you're gonna really enjoy it. I didn't use the brush because I don't typically like use the brushes that come with the palettes. I don't know, it's just not my thing. Like I'll just use whatever eyeshadow brushes I have here, because I find that whatever comes with the palettes usually are not the best quality, but still, all in all, I highly recommend this palette. All right, you guys, I really want to hear your feedback on the palette, the look. What are you thinking? Make sure you've chimed in below in the comment section. Again, I'm gonna go ahead and link this palette in the description box in case you want to go snag it. And if you're new here, I want to take a moment to invite you to join our little family here on the YouTube by hitting the subscribe button below. I upload 6 days out of the week because I want to make sure you have fun, ongoing content at all given times. And I also hope you learn a trick or two watching my videos. I'm gonna go ahead and suggest 2 videos here on screen I'm hoping you'll consider checking out. And if you do, I will see you guys over there. Bye guys.